Let's talk about the root of the problem in today's Pokemon hobby, why everything is so messed up. And I think people are missing the big picture. There's a lot of things to be angry about, okay? Scalpers, scammers, resellers, repackers, all that stuff. Those are tiny problems, okay? I'm gonna talk about the huge problems that are causing this trickle effect onto the whole hobby. So that's what I'm here to talk about. Here's the pipeline of how everything moves. The Pokemon Company ends up printing all the cards and they give it to the official distributors. These are middlemen approved by the Pokemon Company. So you got people like Alliance, Southern Hobby, GTS, and so on. Okay. Now, these people end up selling to retailers, your LGSs, which is your local game stores, and online sellers. So the issue is that these official distributors are the root of the problem. Instead of prioritizing your local game stores, they give all the allocations to the big pockets, which is online sellers, retailers, gas station, Ace Hardware. What about the LGSs? Why are they getting only a case while other people are getting thousands of cases? In order for you to get distribution now, you have to be a local game store. However, the local game stores are barely getting any allocations. All the distribution is focusing on how they can move their product as fast as possible. That's capitalism. I understand it. These distributors don't give a damn about the cause and effect on what they're doing. They're just looking at people's bank accounts and they're saying they can spend this much money. We can move product this fast. Okay, let's approve them. Now, the small local game stores, they don't have 100 grand to put into Destined Rivals. Okay, they barely have enough to pay their employees, get new product, just operate as a shop in general. There are thousands of LGSs nationwide right now that can't even put on pre-release events because distributors aren't even giving them pre-release packages. So how are these people, the online sellers that are getting thousands of cases while our local game store can barely get a case in? There's a big picture and there needs to be balance in this food chain. Do not mistake my passion or this as hate. Let's be clear. I'm not hating on anybody, okay? I absolutely respect and love the grind and hustle of a lot of these people that were able to think ahead. They got grandfathered in. It is what it is. My big issue is with the distributors, okay? They should be prioritizing local game stores. And before you even say anything, I understand not all local game stores are good. Okay. I have one around here that I don't like. They charge secondary market prices anytime there is a boom. Okay. It's happened last time and it's happening now. But people will shop and support them because they're a local game store. Right? But there's tons of local game stores that put on events, pre-release events. They do tournaments in order for the actual players. This is not just a collecting hobby. One of the biggest TCG games out there, period, is Pokemon. Okay. So when you talk about tournaments like regionals and all that stuff, the championships, you have to understand that it's not just about collectors. The local game stores do a lot for the local community. And I think that's very important. Distributors don't give a damn about that. They just care about who can buy this as fast as possible. How are you going to approve Ace Hardware? You know what I mean? Like, out of all places, Ace Hardware is over here selling freaking cards, and then gas stations got Surging Sparks packs a few months ago. This is just a huge mess. The effects are felt nationwide, everywhere. It's time for us as collectors to balance the food chain. We can't have all the allocations go to a certain group because they have deep pockets. Okay. It is shutting down LGSs. People are going out of business. It's just madness. Okay. So I'm looking at the big picture here. I want to empower a balance of the food chain. So yes, official distributors, you are the root of the problem. And for all the big online sellers that makes millions of dollars, I'm specifically targeting the people that are making 7 figures in this business. So my question to all the online sellers out there that make $1 million plus, why won't you make an LGS? Okay, you're extremely successful at what you do. You have the allocations, but why not support the local community as well? People will travel from any part of the world just to come see some of your shops. And again, folks, I'm not hating, okay? I'm not hating. I'm just calling it as it is. The food chain is not balanced. I don't know why, but everyone's afraid to talk about this topic right now. Everyone's just pointing fingers at scammers, sellers, and everything else. How about we look at a bigger picture, folks? Okay? It's time to empower the food chain to be balanced again. If I'm wrong about this pipeline, if I'm wrong about what I'm saying, and you think I'm ignorant, please leave a comment below. Let me know. Am I seeing this from a wrong perspective? And before I leave, I think it's important for people to be able to discuss topics like this without instantly putting each other down or saying, oh, you're a hater and you're going to promote your own business and put somebody else down. You're a piece of crap. Instead, let's ask questions. Like, let's question each other in first instead of jumping to conclusions. But I know that the average person nowadays has a very difficult time properly communicating. I think I'm a very transparent and blunt person. Some people may not like that, but I don't give a damn. Okay? I'm going to call it how it is. I'm going to address the big topics. I'm going to point people out. And I don't care what y'all got to say about it because that's my perspective. And if I'm wrong about it, let's talk about it, right? I'm open to hearing your perspective on this topic as well. So let me know down in the comments below. If you like stuff like this, please like, comment, subscribe, share, follow. I appreciate all the love out there. Let's make this hobby balanced again. So keep on keeping on.